So we are back with another Kuzu no Honkai episode, Scum's Wish. Now, I believe we only have one more episode of this series left. I could be completely wrong on that. If I am, let me know in the comments down below, but I believe we only have one more episode of Kuzu no Honkai left. So, regarding this episode, it was interesting. It was interesting, I will say that. This episode mainly focused on Akane and also Narumi. Kanai Narumi. I think that's the other teacher's name. Hopefully I am right on that. So for the sake of this video, I'm just going to call him Kanai. So yeah, we'll just go with that for right now. So regarding this episode, I believe it mainly focused on Akane rather than Kanai, though, because really this episode was showing a little bit of character development regarding Akane, surprisingly, which is very interesting just due to the fact, how she is probably the most scummiest person in this entire series, and we are all led to believe, like, how could a person like this actually change? Akane seemed like she was getting a little bit characterization in this episode when Kanai and her went on the date, and, Akane has always been the person that, has been a slut throughout the entire series, and she is actually very proud of this. And we see that Kanai actually accepts that Akane is the person who she is. And that is completely good and all, but I'm very surprised that, while she is being a slut, and while also Kanai actually proposed to her in this episode after, just one freaking night, which is beyond me. I mean, you hardly know the girl, you had sex once, and then, like, just in general, you hardly know her, and yet you want to propose to her. That's just beyond me, but anyway, he proposes to her, and I am really surprised at the fact that he accepts that Akane will still remain a slut. She tells him flat out, I will cheat on you. You do realize that. And he's just like, yeah, go ahead. That to me was a little irritating. I mean, because I don't really see how someone could acknowledge that. But then again, this is, an anime we are talking about. And also, while we see that Kanai just wants Akane to be happy, Akane is just basically going to do the same thing over and over, and it does seem in a way she is changing a little bit because she is actually seeing through Kanai that he accepts her for who she is, and she can't seem to get around him like the other guys she has, because Kanai can see right through her, and he just accepts her the way she is. And that's what leads her to actually get emotionally broken in this episode, more than she already has been, because we learned that basically, I guess, Akane back then had a relationship with another guy, and this guy pretty much cheated on her, and, this is what led to her despising, men in general, and also him individually, and she thought, what, maybe if this guy can play around with my emotions like this, maybe I can do the same thing. So I'm gonna do what he did, just to get back to other guys, and basically give them the same treatment, make them feel like they actually want something and can make a commitment out of this, and then completely bring them down and humiliate them in the process by manipulating their emotions as well. So this is what makes her the scummiest person out of the whole entire series, but it does seem like she is developing a little bit of characterization, but at the same time, she is really not learning through her actions by, simply telling to Narumi, Kanai-sensei, that, she's gonna cheat on him flat out, So, while it does seem like she's getting a little bit of characterization, at the same time, she is kind of contradicting herself, which kind of makes her stagnant, okay, if she doesn't learn from this. But, regarding the portion with Mugi actually seems like, while, he cares for Akane in general, and that, Akane told him flat out that she's gonna get married because it's something new she has never tried out. Maybe she can actually connect with someone, even despite the fact she is cheating on them, but maybe, hopefully, she can change in the process. And it was even apparent in this episode, people don't change, quickly.
It takes a long time before someone can be changed. And Akane sees something in Kanai that she could possibly connect with. Regarding Mugi, it was very fun for her in general, and in a way, she was manipulating his emotions as well, and Mugi was, in a way, taking advantage of Akane-sensei as well, because he thought, you know what, I liked the broken down side of you.
And he wanted to change that, but it turns out he doesn't have the chance to now that she is married, and he cannot take that away from her. And he wants her to be happy as well. So that's why they had to break ties with each other, and he finally accepts this. If he can't change her as an individual, maybe, you know, Kanai and also Akane can change. Well, mainly Akane can change for the betterment of her life in general. So in this episode, it was basically all about the development between Akane, even if it was just a sliver of development, and also, you know, the main theme of this entire episode was basically how people want to change, even though, you know, it takes a lot of time before someone can actually change their mentality and their overall life in general. So it was an interesting episode. I will say that I really liked the theme of this episode. It was pretty alright, and it was kind of cool seeing Akane in this perspective, and as well as seeing
Kanai, the one to actually accept Akane for who she is, and doesn't really give a crap, you know, if she cheats on him in the process as they are married. All he cares about is that if she is living a happy life and maybe she can change by her own free will, then, you know, that's all better for him and also better for her as well. So it's going to take time, but it seems like she will eventually, you know, it's going to be a while, like I said, but it's going to eventually lead to maybe her actually changing for herself. And it was also seeing kind of cool how Mugi, you know, was basically using, you know, Akane as, you know, his lover. I mean, he did love her, of course, but in a way he was taking advantage of Akane and not really caring, you know, that she was a slut. He wanted her, like, just for himself, necessarily. You know, he, in a way, he didn't really care about Akane. He just wanted her, only thinking about himself, while Kanai, you know, was thinking about Akane in general in the process. So there's like a little opposite between the two, if you get what I'm saying. So I like this episode. I like this episode. It really did show, you know, I guess the characterization between all the characters in general. Although I will say that regarding Akane, it's kind of like contradictory. But anyway, that's that's it for this episode, guys, for my review at least. So yeah, let me know what you guys thought about this episode in the comments down below. What did you guys think about it? I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was kind of interesting, especially the whole theme of the episode. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about it in the comments. Thank you all for watching. Love you all. I will catch you all in the next one.